I have to do the video this way because if I do it the other way, the light's really crap and you can't see me. Just noticed some really other videos on LinkedIn of other firms that are like consultancies and stuff. Anyway, my process through to March, I work off, again, I said trust. So it's very much about seeing what you've got on the table on your return proposals from the energy majors before you make any decision, and I leave it down to you to what you pay me from that. There are terms and conditions, but it's very open because over the last 9 months, I have really been, as I said, not very well. Not without getting a little violin out, but I haven't been well, and I've been fighting against a lot of other things to do with my other business, which in effect, in a way, is void now because I've recoded. Because unfortunately, people look, dogs just walked in the room as well. People tend to take me by face value and judge me, which I've played to my advantage basically over the period of my career, and just sponged in the information and listened to a lot of things that have been said and gone on, and now I'm ready to, I suppose, break out my shell and really show people what I'm capable of. And I'm in a position where I can do a lot of what I do virtually. I don't need to see you face to face. There's a simple process in where you can send me over your documentation, which will be secure. And I will add that anything else that I put on here in terms of LinkedIn or any other media channel is protected by data rights. And those data rights are held within the software that I utilise, which is my Mac Pro and my iPhone, because both hold IPs, and that software does protect me, including the terms and conditions which are held within LinkedIn in terms of data privacy, usage, as long as I don't abuse any of the terms within that, which I haven't, because at the end of the day I'm being honest about my approach and what I want to do with businesses, so I don't see any issue with that. So if anyone wants to ever use any of my content for anything, you have to ask my permission before you can utilise it. So housing sector is a primary focus of mine. However, looking at smart cities, there are other assets that I need to be looking at. And I have already contacted the likes of Knight Frank and other organisations that manage and look after assets and their client bases, because I think it's very important, carbon emissions and how that's dealt with, and how the monetary value of that is accumulated back into the economy. So my jack potatoes now distracting me, so I'm going to leave it as that, and hopefully the right people will contact me. And by the way, Josh Bayliss, the CEO of Virgin Group, thanks for reading my information. I really appreciate that. And if you can get Wiggy to have a look at my pictures, because I know that's how he'll function, it'll be really appreciative, because I think the right people need to be involved on other aspects of what I'm trying to do. Sometimes you just have to put yourself out there, and there's a lot of things that I haven't gone for. I went through a process of The Apprentice, but I pulled out. I got through that. Lord Sugar's, one of his financial blokes or whatever, said that my concept back then in 2013 was really interesting, and other elements that I've been through, but I pulled out purely because of data protection rights and the fact that there's been a housing association which has really supported me the entire time, and allowed me to technically validate certain aspects of their information, and over circa 7,000 properties. And also a borough have also been really supportive, and the councillors within that borough. Sometimes it's best to do things silently and work with the right parties on a trust base to get to the end objective and fact-finding instead of what I class as BS, which there is a lot of that out there. So I'll look forward to sending out my temporary web page with a couple of click functions on, and we can have some calls or whatever, however you want to do it. I'm pretty flexible. I've decided that I'm going to hold off getting driving anywhere. I'm quite interested in running around on the trains, which I have been doing, in these Wi-Fi buzzes, although the frequency of that's gone is more in front of my house at the moment, so I don't understand how that formulae of using carbon emission buzzes but increasing the frequency benefits. But anyway, so if you can hopefully get in touch. I mean, you know, at LinkedIn you can use inbox. Some of you have got my email, and most of you got my telephone number. Like I say, there's lots of different ways of communicating, and I think we need to start the process. And I appreciate that everyone's probably in Christmas mode now and in wind down mode, which is again frustrating for me. If ever anyone speaks to anyone at E.ON, they'll probably tell you I was exactly the same when I worked for them. I was constantly like, come on, what's next? So if there is anyone that's got anything that they want me to look at over Christmas, because it will just be me and my dog, me and Ted's, and I'm going to have lots of free time on my hands. Although I am doing a commission for a chap in Japan, so I'm doing a bit of art as well, because I am quite arty-farty. I'm going to leave it as that. I quite enjoy doing this. It's took me a long time to get my confidence back, but I do enjoy it. So thanks.